During a title search, basically what happens is somebody will search through the public records. They're recorded in the probate offices in Alabama. And some of them are online, some of them are not. Some counties still live in the way back times. Others have come up to date. But so basically someone searches the records, the public records. They say, okay, here's the current deed. And it's from, John Smith to Jane Doe. And before that, the deed was from John Doe to John Smith. So it just kind of goes back and you see, all right, here's where it was transferred. Back and back and back in history. And you make sure that, there are no breaks in the chain of title, basically meaning that John Smith didn't sell it to Jane Doe and John Doe. That would be a break in the chain of title. You can't sell it to two different people. You can't sell the same property to two different people on two different times and two different deeds. And whoever searching the title will also look to see, are there any mortgages? Are there liens filed against a person in that county? Are there any covenants and restrictions? Is it a neighborhood that has been platted on a map and has covenants and restrictions that say you have to cut your bushes or make sure that your lawn looks nice or that you have to pay HOA dues? So all of that is just kind of gathered into title search or title report. And that information, we generally have third-party abstractors who look through the title and they send me a report back and I look through it and I say, okay, this looks good. This is clean. Everything was done correctly. I's were dotted, T's were crossed. It is kind of our roadmap that tells us, all right, these are the check boxes that we need to check off before we can actually get to the closing table and make sure that the new owner has a clean title. Agents know it's an important thing to get. Hopefully buyers are educated enough by their agents to know why it is important. It's important because this is one of the, if not the biggest purchase that you're going to make in your life. You're spending probably hundreds of thousands of dollars on purchasing property. You want to make sure that somebody isn't going to come up out of the woodwork and say, hey, actually, I have an interest in this property. I'm going to take it back. And if you don't have title insurance, then you're on the hook for paying all those attorney's fees and you could potentially lose your property and not have anything to show for it. So that's why title insurance is so important, because it's a one-time thing. You pay for it at closing and it covers you for the rest of the time that you own the property. And like I said, if anybody comes back and has, files a claim or says that they have an interest in the property, then the title insurance company is going to defend your rights. There's always those unknowns, and that's why it's still important to get.